Good morning. Am I audible?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji. Good morning, Prabhuji.
I don't know, where did I keep the... Is it better now? Is it better now?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. Let me share the screen. ॐ ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपगतामहं ददति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुश्रीयुतपदकमलान् श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातां सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् गणललिता श्रीविशाख अन्वितांश्च नमां विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नाम्ने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे वञ्चाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्त राधा कान्त नमोस्तुते तप्त काञ्चन गौरांगी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिय। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. Welcome to our systematic study of Vedic scriptures. That in we are discussing a very important book of our life. This is Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita is a treasure house of a lot of values that a human should pick up to make one's life successful. We can see Bhagavad Gita as a handbook. Mm. Though it was not a manual that was made in the battlefield. No one usually will do it. We know that in the battlefield it's all about showing valor and um, yeah, the goal is to defeat the opponent and become victorious. But Arjuna went into perplexion. He was not sure what is he doing now, because he was not just killing anyone but his own people who were on the other side ready to fight. They were his senior family members, they were brothers, they were gurus and everyone. So at that stage, Arjuna needed a guide. Mm. And Krishna, who is Parama Guru, who is uh, Adi Guru, he is speaking Bhagavad Gita, the teachings which are immense, which are of immense value for all time. It's not just okay. Now we know we are on heat. So many things are changing because of these things. It's better to uh, take shelter of Bhagavad Gita. I think the world was on fire from beginning. Many years ago, these things kept happening, and the light of torch of Bhagavad Gita showed the way for aspirants to navigate through this and attain success. So, in that, we are in the chapter 16. Last few weeks, we were discussing about qualities, the qualities of the world where we are living, and how these qualities are imbibed into us, or how these qualities are deeply engraved on our heart, and due to which we behave differently. Um, and In this process, we explored 26 qualities, divine qualities that one should have, and that is the uh, those are Daivim Sampadam. So these are divine in nature, transcendental in nature. When we are when we are able to um mold our life so that we can embrace these qualities in our life, these values in our life, then we become devoted. And because we become devoted, then our um, freedom or liberation, I think this is next verse which will tell, but is guaranteed. But then, where are we? Where are we now? That's what we will read today, and understand what is that is stopping us. What is that is coming on our way to our success? Is everyone with me? Able to hear? Interesting.
Yes, Prabhuji. Looking forward.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay, I'm just checking. So we go into this verse. Who would like to read this? It's been long, right? That we went through reading. Maybe let's give for newcomers. Who is new? I see Pratik Prabhu. I see Ram Raghav Prabhu. Yeah, just give me a second. Yeah, maybe Pratik Prabhu, can you read the shloka and translation and even purport? Yeah.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Okay, so, Dambo, Darpo, Bhimanasya, Bhimanasya,
Abhimanascha.
Abhimanasya, okay.
Hmm.
Krodha, Parusyam, Eva, Sa, Ajanam, Sabhijasya, Partha, Sampadam, Asura.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Uh, So the translation is pride, arrogance, conceit, anger, harshness, and ignorance. These qualities belong to those of demonic nature, O son of Partha. Mm. In this verse, the royal road to hell is described. The demonic want to make a show of religion and advancement in spiritual science, although they do not follow the principles. They are always arrogant or proud in possessing some type of education or so much wealth. They desire to be worshipped by others and demand respectability, although they do not command respect. Over trifles, they become very angry and speak harshly, not gently. They do not know what should be done and what should not be done. They do everything whimsically according to their own desire, and they do not recognize any authority. These demonic qualities are taken on by them from the beginning of their bodies in the wombs of their mothers, and as they grow, they manifest all these inauspicious qualities.
Okay. Yeah, thank you very much. So in this verse, we are getting to know six qualities. Dambo, Darpa, Bhimanascha, Krodha, Parushyam, Evacha, Agnanam, Cha, Abhijatasya, Partha, Sampadam, Asurim. Asurim means the demonic nature. What are those qualities? Pride, arrogance, conceit, anger, harshness, and ignorance. These qualities belong to those of demonic nature. O son of Pritha. Son of Pritha is, who is that? Partha. Yeah, none other than Arjuna. So, Prishni, because they come to through in Prishni dynasty, so that's why, yeah, Arjuna is also called Partha. So, in the purport, the first line is already quite strong. It says in this verse, the royal road to hell is described. The royal road to hell. Um, we all want to avoid going to hellish conditions, isn't it? We are already finding the heat of what it could be in this world, and we think, oh, sometimes we even say, hey, what a kind of hellish life I am leading, isn't it? Uh, it's so much. What is hell is we define ourselves a place of um, all kinds of tortures, displeasures, and I think uh, we are also exposed to certain extent hell here, and that's why there is also this philosophy, Charvak Siddhant. He's saying there is no hell or heaven elsewhere. Everything is here in this world. It's in your mind, it's in your actions. If you do good, you enjoy that here. If you do bad, you will be suffering that here. So hell and heaven are part of our life, even in this way we are living. Yeah. So no, this is just a feeling of what it could look like when we really go into hell. I think on 22nd of December, when we are doing Bhagavad Sapta, the day one will be dedicated to understand hell. So we can know more about that hellish life, hellish condition, hellish suffering, and all. But the point here is that if we are not serious to imbibe good qualities, the bad qualities are going to cause us our slide into hellish planets. So that's what it means here. And the demonics want to make a show of religion and advancement. This will come. So first of all, we can see that, oh, okay, who is a demon, who is a devotee. I think it comes in the next purport, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, is that um, one who is understanding the religious principles and what is the purpose of religion and why should one follow the religion. Yeah, knowing just purpose is not enough. One should follow that, and not that one should tell others to follow, but one should follow himself, because if others practice, they may go to heaven or they may go to higher planets. But if we are not going to get a credit, hey, I have uh, marketed the principles of religion so well that so many have attained success, so Lord will be pleased. No, Lord would see that how are we practicing the principles, because the qualities, if we have, that opens the door to the spiritual world. Otherwise, what happens? The demonics want to make a show of religion and advancement in spiritual science. This is not so far to understand, so far concept to understand. We can see what is happening today also, that there are so much, yeah. If someone is a part of some religious organization, He wants to show more. I am religious, I know that, I know the secrets of all the Vedas. Uh, there are so many scriptures. I have demystified. Is it right word or deified? I think both are valid, right? Hmm? Demystified means okay, that which is very mistake we have this yeah, made it understandable. Deified is something that has a key that we have unlocked it. Maybe experts can tell if I'm right, but uh,
I think deciphered Prabhuji, or
yeah, decifying. Yeah, not deceiving or deciphering. Yeah, you're right. So in either ways, I think religious people are kind of finding so because when did we come to existence in this world, in this life, is just few years ago. But then because we have the strength of advancement, whether it is artificial intelligence or real intelligence, doesn't matter, but we are able to penetrate through those things which we would take ages to really understand them. Now science is our uh, best friend. The science is going to tell me everything, just like what is good, what is bad. It's going to bring everything to light. Isn't it? Science knows what is the how old is the civilization. Science is in that way we are kind of relying so much into this options, and we tend to think that yeah, we will be going to find everything now. We don't need God at all. That's what science is doing. And one who is religious, they are saying science, so-called scientists, they don't know in the end what are they going to find. They are just going to find what is it called? Um, Concepts which are crazy like Big Bang or so many other things which doesn't make sense. We have read all the Vedas. Yeah, the Vedas have everything. We read all the Upanishads. There are these sutras, uh, these condensed form of sutras have been already elaborated by great acharyas, and so many have already told. Huh? We know that we are pandits. Our family tradition is all to pass on this. But what is happening is there is a chance that one may still have a demonic nature. Hmm? Why, how can we know that? It says demonic want to make a show of religion. If one want to show that he is great, his religion is great, his country is great, all these are what kind of natures? Demonic natures. Demoniac nature is to show that I am great. That pride. Pride is something, uh, and and want to show whether um, if he is a fool, he want to show he's the greatest fool. That's how the pride is. Pride always, it's like fire. Mm. Fire is always shooting up, isn't it? Yeah, whether you turn the lamp upside down, the flame will still point above, in to upper side, upper direction. So even if we are going down in that downward, also we want to see, we want to be up. It's not like okay, no, 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 that's not right. No, a demonic nature is always want to show that he is great. This pride, when we take up, then it's a puffed up ride. What is a puffed up ride? Is ride. As we see, a ride is needed in our life to go and attain success. In a journey, we need a ride, isn't it? But puffed up ride, what does it do? It is going to cause us inconvenience because of ignorance that are we really uh, of our interest? Are we really proceeding, advancing because of our interest, or is it just okay to show others? Just imagine if you want to. Have anyone heard this called road shows? Anyone saw these road shows? During election campaigns, do we see a road show by some politicians? What do? They come in a truck. On the truck, the so and so minister is, yeah, is coming, standing for so long. he's waving his hand to show, hey, I am there for you, or you are there for me, or whatever. Uh, and instead of how much would be that show is hardly how much time it would take, yeah, to cross that distance of few kilometers. Normally will take a few minutes, but the show would go for a whole day. Hmm. So, of course, one may think that the purpose of that road show was to show himself, but this is not the right approach. The right approach is by showing your deeds. Have you really worked well? If you do work well, people will anyway vote you. But no, people are not intelligent. That's why I want to show myself. Yeah, this is also if I don't, if there is no effective communication presence, then the people may not know. Yeah, but in fact, if people are good, if people are really genuine, and if the leader is genuine, then show these road shows wouldn't be there. Yeah, these were not there before. Mm. One would know so and so person has done good. One person, the leaders know what they have to do. But when pride comes, our journey is kind of on a topsy-turvy where we may not be focused. That's why it's very dangerous uh, mm, to hook on to the pride. Yeah? It's not that we cannot say that I'm bereft of pride. I'm very, very humble. No, I'm not at all proud. No, we are so many ways felt already proud. Uh, why? Because that's what we have been trained from childhood, what to be, how to be. To be recognized, we should show ourselves. Otherwise, how can people know us? How can I make a good impression in the society? How can I make a good um, uh, how can I attract attention from others? So that's how been we have been trained, and it's not so easy to get rid of it, but this quality is going to cost us a lot. The demonic want to make a show of religion and advancement of spiritual science, although they do not follow the principles. So knowing is one thing, but doing is another thing. One who doesn't do but says will become just a showpiece. And we know what is a showpiece? Uh, mm, a showpiece is a gallery of bottles in a shop. What do we call this? Spirit shops, or medical stores, or wherever, or even what do we call here? For Ausstellungsstücks. Yeah, those the purpose is not that to be used, it's only to show. That is also at least better. But when we talk about those bottles where there is nothing inside, uh, colorful green bottles, have you seen those red bottles, all kinds of bottles? Yeah, those are there for years there. No one wants them. They only attract. But what is the purpose of it? Nothing. So they are always arrogant or proud in possessing some type of education or so much wealth. These days, I think our definition of success is how rich we are. These days, our definition of success is how knowledgeful we are, isn't it? And all the time we are struggling to do that. That's why when there's a conversation between colleagues, between families, yeah, when people come together, it's all a show of what? How rich we are, how rich we can become. This is one thing. The other one is, this is my degree. This I have studied here. This is my qualification. This is what my role is in my company. So it's all a show of what? Show of pride. Hmm? We are very proud of what we have done. But when we really know we have done so many things, but we didn't even know who we are, uh, it's very funny, isn't it? They desire to be worshipped by others and demand respectability. So obviously we think so great about us, isn't it? Because we struggled a lot. It's not so easy that I got this degree. Ah, I had to compete against millions of people, and then I got this rank. After competing, I didn't give up like others. I have worked very hard day and night. I have struggled so that I have got this top grade, and uh, because of that, I deserve respect. No one did it. Huh? When so many failed, I succeeded. Because I succeeded, I demand so much respect. Uh, mm. And even to the extent that, hey, there is no one close to me, so which means I'm like a god. Everyone should worship me in this field. I should, the father of, uh, I don't know what is it. We have so many fathers, right? What do you call father of medicine, father of um, sciences, applied sciences? Yeah, there are so many fathers for so many things. Why they say that, hey, he's the most renowned, respected, like he's like a god. Uh, like if it is sports, there is also icons. Yeah, we say why? Yeah, they have attained considerable success. Of course, they may not want it or they may want it, doesn't matter. But uh, there are one who is becoming so much interested in name and fame, he would just uh, feel great about being worshipped. That, hey, I am recognized. I am one of those few uh, who have attained success. And in that also, I am the topper. So this kind of senses is all is very very funny. When we last year we were going through Rishabhdev past times where Rishabhdev, uh, we can see all these things are temporary. When Rahugana was challenged that, hey, the king said, in which life you are my, in this life you are my king, but we never know. Next moment I may become your king. So these posts and upadhis or designations are just temporary. Uh, that is the understanding of a seer. That is understanding of renounced person, one who is bereft or freed from pride, one who doesn't has pride. Uh, he would see that all these things are temporary. He would see that all these things are useless. He thinks that all these things are obstacles. These are demonic in nature. Hmm. Uh, and instead of demanding respect, one should actually command respect. It's not okay. What is demanding means I force someone to respect me because I think I am great, or even if I don't think I'm great, but I demand because I'm in a superior position, I have influence, and with that influence, I demand respect. That is demonic nature. But if one is genuinely serving, a servant is always commanding respect. Yeah, because everyone likes to uh, honor, because he has genuinely changed one's life through his service. So, a servant of the Lord, a devotee, he genuinely commands respect. Though he is not interested in respect, but he commands respect obviously because he has brought great transformation into the lives of so many who are struggling in this cycle of birth and death, struggling to understand what is the solution for all our problems. So, this devotee, what is he doing through his own lifestyle, through his own actions, through his deeds? He is mm, he himself is leading a pride-free life, and that's the reason he attains substantial success, and that is what is needed for the society, and society also recognizes that. So that's how a devotee commands respect and a non-devotee demands respect. We can see how Hiranyakashipu, when he became the king, he was demanding everyone to respect him, that he denied the existence of Vishnu. He just said everyone should worship me as one, all in all. And there are so many other. Ravana was demanding everyone to be scared of him. Ravana was getting, these days we talk about goosebumps. Ravana was getting goosebumps when he saw others are so much scared. Were not just scared, but were crying to even see Ravana because of fear. That's what he wanted. He had punished, he had, what do you call this? Captured Devatas. Devatas were scared, so much scared that they thought what would happen if Ravan would see me and I would become a toy in his hand and yeah, I would even die. So demons demand respect and servants of Lord command respect. Over trifles, they become very angry and speak harshly, not gently. Of course, for these things, we don't have to go to Puranas to understand what are these qualities all about. Are we talking about something alien? No, we're talking something which is very, very close. We're talking about psychology, isn't it? We're talking about these days, psychology studies have become uh, so famous and in demand because the relationships are not working well. So there will be psychologists who try to bring people together and uh, they themselves struggle, but they also try others, yeah, with some kind of paradigms that they would study in a systematic way. And yeah, all these are gimmicks of today's age that we hope those things work, but unless one transforms within, by becoming a servant of the Lord or devotee of the Lord, it's not going to work. The relations will eventually have to be corrected, mm, not through these courses, but through taking support of spiritual sciences. They do not know what should be done and what should not be done. This is our biggest problem today, isn't it? Uh, we think what we are doing is right, but we are seeing so many disasters out of what we are doing. Uh, we know, just like I have so much, give me 1 second, please. Um, Keshini Shodan. Oh. Hare Krishna, sorry. I'm back. Where I was? Audible? Am I audible?
Haribol, you were talking about psychology and how this is not.
Yeah, I think that we covered. I think material sciences will not solve our permanent problems. It is a spiritual science. They solve our problems. After that, I think I was saying something else. Okay, anyway. Yeah, I think today, yeah, we are in a state where we don't know what we are doing, right? We think that what we are doing is perfect, but is it not, it's not perfect. We are creating all kinds of disturbances. We have a global warming, we have a temperature rise of 1.5 degrees, even to reach the minimum target of reducing carbon emissions. Yeah, we have not reached. We thought plastic is the new world that can save us because we ran out of gold, silver, bronze, copper, and all aluminum and all these very, very precious metals. Yeah, they are not abundant. So, plastic is mm, the game changer. We know now plastic is cause of disaster, isn't it? Yeah, we have so many places stop plastic consumptions, there are regulations, isn't it? We did something and then we are paying for it now. and some things are reversible, some things are irreversible, and who is going to take the blame, or who is going to take the what do you call this um, yeah once um, who is going to take the accountability for disasters that we create? We say, no, this is part of evolution, isn't it? We are evolving from a very, very primitive monkeys to a matured human beings that the world has never seen. All these things in this so many do's and don'ts, we have found our own ways, and then what we are doing, we are creating great disturbance um, to the nature, isn't it? Mm. And they do everything whimsically according to their own desire, and they do not recognize any authority. Come on, who is authority? Those. No, those are not authorities, because what they say doesn't make sense. Uh, what they said didn't happen. Uh, Oh, okay. What is this spiritual sciences? I can't see. It doesn't make sense. Not logical. So do not accept authorities. And then they want to become their authorities. Hey, we are creating the new world, which is uh, understandable by common man. So we are great. In that way, we are creating so many things and causing so much disturbance. These demonic qualities are taken on by them from the beginning of their bodies in the wombs of their mothers. As they grow, they manifest all these inauspicious qualities. Prabhupada mentions in the purport. So this is what is happening. We have to understand that, yeah, pride, arrogance, conceit, anger, harshness, and ignorance, all these uh, are demonic qualities. And um, uh, Abhijatasya, I said, these qualities are taken by them from the beginning of their bodies in the womb of their mothers. So, yeah, not everyone is born with divine qualities. Huh? Or not everyone is born with demonic qualities. So we can see one may be born with either this or that. But what happens is, after one takes birth, what is he going to do? If he is in the association of devotees, then he becomes divine. If he is in the association of demons, he will become demonic. So this means it's all about the false association or bad association brings one down. And I think the next verse we can already go, and that will tell pride, which is um, mm, uh, causing us to show that we are great, causing us to feel uh, that I know everything, agyani, or agyani. There is not much difference in English, right? Uh, is thinking so puffed up. That is pride that causes us problem. Arrogance. Um, Arrogance means not hearing to others, because a sense of I know, and I demand. This is arrogance. Then comes this conceit. Conceit is actually the sense of cheating, how or hiding, or saying, okay, I demand respect. Though we are not worthy of it, we conceit, cheat by saying, I should be respected, should be. Then the anger. Anger is becoming short-tempered, hot-tempered. Um, yeah. Then harshness is that speak very, very harshly. Sense of losing control, and ignorance. Mm. So this is the state. This is the state of world where uh, um, a demonic person lives. Mm. Dambo darpa. Dambo darpa abhimanasya krodas parushyam evacha ajnanam cha abhijatasya. Partha sampadam. Sampadam, we know what is sampadam is It can also mean wealth. It can also be qualities of Asuri. Any questions before we move? We take one more verse. No questions? Then nice. I'll share the screen. We take the next one. So I would like to read. I'm just checking. Yeah. Maybe you can ask Anu Mataji if you can read this next one.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yeah, Krishna Prabhu. Yeah.
Devi Sampadi Mokshaye Nibandhya Surimata Ma Sucha Samprata Devi Mabhijatosi Panda. Purport or translation, Prabhuji?
Yeah, translation and purport.
Okay. The transcendental qualities are conducive to liberation, where the demonic qualities make the bondage. Do not worry, O son of Pandu, for you are born with the divine qualities. Purport. Lord Krishna encourages Arjuna by telling him that he was not born with demonic qualities. His involvement in the fight was not demonic because he was considering the pros and cons. He was considering whether respectable persons such as Bhishma and Drona should be killed or not. So he was not acting under the influence of anger, false prestige, or harshness. Therefore, he was not of the quality of the demon. For Kshatriya, a military man, shooting arrows at the enemy is considered transcendental, and refraining from such a duty is demonic. Therefore, there was no cause for Arjuna to lament. Anyone who performs the regulative principles of the different order of life is transcendentally situated. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yeah, thank you. So, so the question is coming, what is the benefit, right? We are always eager to know what is the benefit if I become good or bad. At least I know the benefit of being bad is, um, though I may be stepping out of principled life, but at least I can attain my goals of my life, isn't it? Satish Prabhu? What is not favorable? Is it not favorable that, okay, principles are there, but okay, to win, uh, if I'm going to stand in a queue, it will going to take 3 hours or 3 days, yeah, depending where we are standing. Instead, just if we just find some, under the carpet operations, then I can just have darshan in an hour. Very, very convenient, right?
Yes, Guruji.
Mm. So, So, which means ultimately I want to have darshan, yeah, or I want to get appointment from a very, very well-known person. That's if we say an example. Yeah, I'm going to get it if I am actually not so principled. If I'm very principled, if I'm leading a religious life, I'm a failure, isn't it? Have you not heard? Have you not seen examples in life where people are principled but they're struggling or they fail in reality? Huh? Hemagori Mataji, Tirmal Mataji, what do you say? Unless, yeah, you're nearby. What about others? Yeah, Makarand Prabhu, Swami.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I used to listen like some people will tell, yeah, I'm doing my duty very well. I have so many failures, why I'm very principled and I'm following all the rules. Why
Hmm.
it's not, yeah, why it's not up to the mark. Yeah, I heard some stories and yeah, from others. Yeah, I want to know the answer, Prabhuji.
Okay. Yeah. What about others? Ram Raghav Prabhu? Hmm. Sadish Prabhu, what do you say? No? I don't know. Are you able to struggling to unmute or thinking?
I was just thinking about it because uh, uh, it was a tough question, Roji. So, and in fact, like sometimes they also say like you are blessed with fortune. Uh, for example, at Tirumala Prabhuji, you have two options: either you wait for 3 days to see the Lord, or you have this you know you have this VIP darshan also. But the money is given for the Lord and it goes to the donation. So you asked this question, right? So I'm not sure which is the right way.
No, no. I mean, if the temple authorities are providing option, that is different. You pay officially, everything is white. I'm talking about unofficial ways of going.
Okay.
But anyway, that was just an example to think about. Yeah, we find shortcuts are far easy, isn't it? We are finding shortcuts for everything. Shortcuts. We don't want to go through all the conventional, traditional courses to get a degree. Uh, if there is some, if we can pay some money and then if we can earn degree by non-ethical ways, still that's a degree, isn't it? No, Suryadesh Prabhu. Hmm?
Yes, Prabhuji. I mean, there are shortcuts, as you told, under the carpet methods,
Hmm.
and often even I think of it sometimes. Why to go so much of pain?
Hmm.
If there is a shortcut, we can save time, energy.
Hmm. Yeah, but
Even
still
though
we think
even
we
though
are
I know it's
do.
not the correct. Yeah.
Yeah, still we think that we are right, right? I mean,
Yes,
or
yes, Prabhu.
even if we think we are not right, we think, okay, it's not a big thing, I did it. Huh? So many are doing it. Huh? If I
Exactly.
don't
Yes.
do it, I can't live.
Yeah.
Huh? Otherwise, yeah, everyone has only 24 hours a day. Everyone has 365 days a year. I am also like that. But if I am not like others, yeah, others are quite advanced and yeah, I am at loss. So what happens is the tendency of moving from a divine or divinely nature, yeah, daivi guna, we are becoming, uh, yeah, stepping down gradually. Yeah, this is not a one step approach, but a gradual approach where we slowly start thinking, okay, what to be, why to be always truthful? Sometimes when I'm not truthful, I can survive better. Hmm? So one lie can take us to feeling, oh, what a relief. Let me also say another occasion. Yeah, and then we see justify ourselves with surroundings, saying there others are, yeah. So I'm far better than them. I'm not so bad than them. So this is what is happening. Daivi Sampadam. But what is the benefit of following? Come on. Can we not say that hey, we are in an age which what kind of age we are living in? Sindhu Mataji? The age is what yuga you are in.
Kali Yuga, Prabhuji.
In Kali Yuga, in maybe this what Krishna is saying maybe is suitable for Satya Yuga, where all are rishis, where all the rishis na they have a mano nigraha, they have mind control, they have sense control, they are Goswamis, yeah? So that's why it's more practical for them. But come on, we are not even in Treta Yuga, Dwapar Yuga. Come on, we are in a horrible Yuga, which is Kali Yuga. And in Kali Yuga, it is all m- mighty wins. Is that right? Hmm? One who has might, he rules, he wins. So, no, all these are our own formulas to justify our behavior. And if we continue to follow the path of demonic, what will happen? If we follow the path of divine, what will happen? This is what is mentioned here in this verse. Daivi sampadam vimokshaya. If one is a devotee, transcendental qualities are conducive to liberation. Nibandhasuri mata. And but the demonic nature, what will it do? The qualities make us bound. And then this first two lines is already saying the benefit of leading a religious life. Leading a religious life is very, very tough, and especially more tough in Kali Yuga, but more fruitful also in Kali Yuga. Because if one is proving his belt against such a tough time, tough conditions, then he is leaping far high in his journey in success. Because it's not that this yuga is a rotten yuga, not Rat yuga, not of course, it's also, what do we call this age? It's not a stone age, it's not, I think it's iron age, if I'm not wrong.
Medieval age.
Medieval age, some nice name. But it also is empowered. This Kali Yuga, where I mean, Bhagavatam, it is mentioned that we don't have so much um, um lifespan, we don't have so much memory, we don't have so much good qualities. But what is that good? Manda Sumanda Sumedaha. But Eko Guna, what is that? One guna is that this Kali Yuga is bestowed with if, by taking the holy name of the Lord. In other yugas, there are so many prescribed duties, uh, one was dedicating all his activities to follow them. In this yuga, when it's not practical, also the most easiest and practical way is also there. What is that? By chanting the name of the Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. The names of the Lord are potent. So, um, when we don't have this purity, when we don't have the possibility of following yajnas or yagas, different kinds of religious duties, um, yeah, one is exposed to the most sublime, powerful means of taking the holy name. This is not only if we see in Sanatan Dharma, we can see that is also in other scriptures, other religious principles. They say, take the name of the Lord. So easy. So, but what does it do? What does it do when one is religious, one is following, one wants to be, is it brings liberation. Vimokshaya. It frees us up. Because first of all, why we are here? We are here because we desire to be here. Because we desire to be here, what kind of desires we had? We have desires of passion, we had desires of goodness, of ignorance. So that kind of environment is provided. Just like a person who wants to swim, he can swim when he goes to water body, whether it is river, lake, sea, ocean, whatever. Similarly, we wanted to enjoy so such environment is provided which has this nature, modes of nature, and these are binding us. The more and more we take to these, the more and more we are bound. That's why Asuri, whereas the demonic qualities make us make for bondage. The more and more we bound ourselves. Yeah, after all, we came to this world with some great expectations, but have we not seen the bitterness of the fruits that we are um, getting uh, out of our experience? Hmm? Ratikil Madhiji, you can't still unmute. I don't know why. Maybe you have to rejoin or you have to join from something else. I don't know. Let me try if I can make you. Do you want to make Ratikeli host? Can you unmute now and see? Yeah, I can see your video. No, still she can't. I think you have a problem with your mic set or something. Okay. Um, where we are. So, isn't it that we should have a clarity of what is the end result, not interim result. Satish Prabhu, often we are attracted by the interim results, isn't it? Because we don't have patience to really uh, wait for the end result. Fresh from Chitraketu's pastime, what we know is Chitraketu was interested to get a son because he was thinking, oh, all the promise is there in getting a son, all the jubilation I can have, happiness, harsh is there. Shok comes later, but I think I can. I mean, scientists today are thinking, hey, we can figure it out. Plastic, yeah, plastic is fine, but we can figure it out. There is a way. It gives us at least some time to solve problems. Right now, the world is at danger. Let's solve this with some temporary solution. And we are not able to get rid of plastic. Yesterday, I was hearing to a radio news where they were discussing about e-cigarettes. Anyone heard about this e-cigarette concepts? E-cigarette?
Yes, Prabhuji, in schools, a lot of kids use vapes.
Waves, no? What are they called? Waves and vibes? I don't know. Even they
Vapes, Prabhuji.
also put some drugs also. Yeah. And they say, hey, before you all people used to blame us. You are smokers and you're causing a lot of pollution. That the whole the clouds of smoke is not only harmful for you, but also people who are around you. There used to be no smoking zones, non-smoking zones, these kind of places. But now, hey, we have cool things. We don't cause all this disturbance to others. But what is also creating is that, first of all, the person is getting more and more habituated. And after all, the purpose of no smoking is to save himself, right? To save the people who are smokers. But now they have a way that to claim that they don't disturb us. But what they do is they are creating a lot of footprint of ion batteries. Yeah, because e-cigarettes, these are not Lord created. Once Lord creates, the planets have been supplied with unlimited energy. They sustain. They don't just have any problem and they lose energy and they fall all of a sudden. No, but the e-cigarettes have to fall from the people who are using, because after some time the batteries are um, down out of battery, and then they are thrown in the bin, and this bin are not right bins, and because the recycling process would find time to time explosions because of these batteries thrown in wrong bins, and it is causing huge issues. They are finding, oh, what to do in the UK. This is already a big problem. In different parts of the world it's a big problem. It is not that money, I have money, I can buy this e-cigarettes, though they are expensive. But how do we do? How do we take the responsibility? A person who is so much addicted, what will he do? What is his consciousness? So in that way, we create so many things, and then this is creating us bondage. We thought that it gives me pleasure. The wine gives me pleasure. The wife gives me pleasure. The wealth will give me pleasure. WWW will give me pleasure. Yeah, these days everything is in that, right? AI is in in the internet. Yeah, World Wide Web. Everything, everything is in the web, in the cloud. So many things, but all these are causing us bondage. Now, why did Krishna speak about this after he has explained divine and demonic is next in the Ma Sucha Sampadam Daivim Abhijato Pandava. He's saying uh, that do not worry, O son of Pandu, for you are born with the divine qualities. Because now Arjuna had this question. Arjuna was not sure. Arjuna may have this question or doubt whether his own participation in the battle, because yeah, we see so many wars. Are these really needed? Are these going to cause disturbances? Are these ethical, non-ethical? What is the purpose of this? Krishna clarifies to Arjuna that Therefore, though you are killing so many people or killer of all the opponents, uh, um, you are not um, going to be caught up, bound. Hmm. So here, that's why I think, was that Krishna Prabhu? You read the purport, na? Lord Krishna encouraged Arjuna by telling him that he was not born with demonic qualities. His involvement in the fight was not demonic because he was considering the pros and cons. He was considering whether respectable persons such as Bhishma and Drona should be killed or not. So he was not acting under the influence of anger, false prestige, harshness. All the demonic qualities is not there. Therefore, he was not of the quality of demons. For a Kshatriya, a military man, shooting arrows at enemies is considered transcendental, and refraining from such a duty is demonic. Therefore, there was no cause for Arjuna to lament. Anyone who performs the religious principles of different orders of life is transcendentally situated. Hmm. Isn't it that um, all there is a lot of confusion, and because of lot of confusion, people who want to exploit such confusion, they just tell their own stories, saying, "Hey, how come? Uh, How can you say our religion is mm, violent when in Hinduism we see that Arjuna is asked to fight? Uh, yeah, but with what qualities Arjuna is fighting, and with what qualities others are fighting? There is a huge gulf of difference. We can see on the on what basis Krishna considered Arjuna is born of saintly qualities and his fighting is not demonic is justified here. Hmm? Because Arjuna is considering what is right, what is not right. He's thinking, first of all, usually one who is in passion, he doesn't has time because he's carried away in uh, in calming down his nerves by acting something quickly, whimsically. Mm. But Arjuna considered whether respectable persons like this was not an ordinary battle that he faced. It was a special one where he has his guru on the other side, his mm, um, mm, family members like Bhishma Dev. And should he kill or not? Killing, it's not just like fighting with them. It's killing means loss of life. Killing means loss of a relative. To perform the regulative principles of different orders of life is transcendental action, is very important. When we do transcendental action means akarma. So a person who is performing his duty, prescribed duties, mm, is not caught up in this bondage, but he is liberated. So Arjuna to fight in the battle liberates him. This is what Krishna confirms. Any questions?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. So,
Yes.
Prabhuji, without thinking about Lord, if one performs the duty, will he be liberated?
Say again.
If somebody is not thinking or remembering Lord and performing the duty which is prescribed, will he be liberated?
Yeah. Yeah. Your question is knowingly or unknowingly, if one performs prescribed duty, will he get the result? Yeah, he will get the result.
No, I mean, if one is not conscious, for example, Kaurava side, they were also fighting the soldiers doing their duty, but
Yeah.
they were
They
not
also went,
Krishna
they
conscious.
also, they, Arjuna says, yeah, in Srimad Bhagavatam, we can see where Bhishma Pitama is confirming that whoever, or even Arjuna, Krishna is telling to Arjuna that everyone were killed by me. First of all, when everyone is killed by the Lord, where will they go? Yeah, everyone. And if we see that, okay, what is the prescribed duty is Kshatriya should fight, and they were fighting. So they already are liberated.
Probably what liberation here means, will they go to
Spiritual,
Godhead
yeah,
or
spiritual
they
world.
will achieve higher planets?
Spiritual world.
Okay, Prabhuji. Yeah. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Yeah. Am I audible? I don't know. Am I clear? Audible?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. Other question?
I have a question, Prabhuji.
Yes.
Is so the transcendental qualities, how do they connect with integrity?
If I understand right, integrity means to do what you want to do, right? Not that you want to do something, but you're doing something. Is that what you mean by integrity?
Mm, I thought it meant to hold. So if you have rules that you abide by, but
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not sure.
Yeah, that's what. So integrity is to know what you should do, and but for winning some temporary things, if you are not doing that, is disintegrating. So if that's what you're asking, what was your question once again?
My question was how the transcendental qualities connect to integrity.
Yeah, when you are following transcendental qualities, the list of 26, right? So in that there is that we are not cheating. When we don't cheat, then it keeps us to be following this integrity, the principle of integrity, that we are not manipulating ourselves. That is also what is mm, lack of integrity. Yeah. So that's why when we take up to the transcendental qualities, we identify who we are, we know what actions we have to take, and we are not fearful. Yeah, abhayam. Yeah, this abhayam, shuddha, sham, shuddhir. Yeah, sattva, sham, shuddhir. So all these qualities that will make us follow, which leads to integrity, integral. We are not we are not deviating from integrity of life.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Okay. I don't know, should we have one more verse? Did we started a little late or if someone can go on mute? Yeah, should we take another verse or we'll take it tomorrow? Next Sunday.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes.
I have a question, so maybe a stupid one, but for prescribed duty, Prabhuji, how do we know, like as a human, apart from worshipping the God and do the seva of sant, how do we know what is our
Do
prescribed
the
duty?
favor of?
I mean, for the people, for example, for devotee, the seva we do, right? Apart from that, how do we know what is our prescribed duty? Because Arjun, he knows because Lord Krishna told him that he has to do the duty of Kshatriya. How do we know?
Yeah, because he identified himself Kshatriya, because his guru has identified that he has this strength of Kshatriya. Yeah, we have to take time to know who we are, what can we do. Maybe you you have great interest in reading and understanding scriptures and know the want to self-realize. Yeah. So, for example, then you qualify more towards Brahmana, which means that Brahmanical quality is there. And yeah, you can try to see whether that is right by approaching a guru and hearing from him, practicing, and to know you are a Brahmana or not. Hmm. Because ideally that was the way of living in those days, that everyone used to go to elementary school, if we call like that. And the teacher used to say, you have, these are your strengths and these are your interests, and you can make a mm, contribution or attain success by taking up this religious duties. So it was not like by birth someone is becoming a Kshatriya. Even now by birth we are not Kshatriyas. Actually it is said because in Kali Yuga, everyone is a Shudra, Kalav Shudra. Why? Because I think yesterday in the one of the purports, I don't know if I uh, covered that, but it is said because the mother and father they are not following Garbhadana. If the mother and father does not follow Garbhadana Sanskara, then the child is by birth Shudra. So we are starting at Shudra level. Everyone starts at Shudra level, but then it is through interest and desire to pick up, to advance in that area. Yeah, one tries. If one has this uh, concern of protecting the world or protecting the devotees, and taking or causing welfare, yeah, he can become temple president or temple authorities, or he can become part of what was that, Ruba? Pandava Sena, no? That where youth all can come together because there are a lot of disturbances in the world. So how to protect the organization? One can be part of it. How to protect devotees? Yeah, protecting devotees is also service, right? So one can become a kshatriya. One is very good at how to mm, ensure there is a good what do you call propagation of religious values, religious, so that everyone is aware of it. It's not that the brahmanas are expert, yeah, but brahmanas may not be so strategic in um, yeah, what is it called? Knowing where they have to speak. It is the Vaishyas who can arrange facilities so that the Brahmanas are invited and kathas are given so that everyone, for the welfare of everyone is flourished, or where economic development, the real economic development, not about false, no, the real economic development is that everyone becomes devotee. When everyone becomes devotee, then the the mm, one will cause a very minimal footprint of him in the material world, right? Right now we are causing so much. If you see the statistics, um, because of not proper economic understanding, we are creating a lot of plastic footprint. We are creating a lot of carbon footprint. So many footprints beyond which we can even fix it. So one can take to those things, and yeah. So in that, I mean, I don't know if you're getting the point. So um, the
Yes,
idea
Prabhuji.
is basically we have to be very, very serious in understanding who we are. Sometimes we may genuinely come up to an answer, but otherwise we may have to approach, yeah, saintly people, understand what duties they want us to do. Sometimes that's even more easy, whether you like or not like, whether you have natural interest or not. They would tell what is needed. Huh? Is it that everyone should be a Kshatriya? When a war is needed, yeah, most of them have to become a Kshatriyas. If war is not there, then most of them have to become, in that way, the senior, the saintly people, they can tell what we should do, which means through that way we can do our Bhagavad Dharma, because everything is based on how to become best devotee, how to practice devotional life. At the same time, also, it is not that until everyone turns to be pure devotees, there will always be a need of all the other things. There is a need of Kshatriya, there is a need of Vaishya, there is a need of a Brahmana, isn't it?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah. So it's always nice to have a guidance from the spiritual master, and his instructions are the beacon lights for us to follow a path, and that becomes our religious duty.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hmm.
Prabhuji, there can be mixture of also Brahminical and what
Krishna
is
is
Kshatriya
saying,
qualities, or
Krishna is, see, what happens is, to be a good Brahmana, you may also have to protect yourself, isn't it?
yes, Prabhuji.
In that way, there is or Kshatriya quality is needed anyway.
Hmm.
So, but what is predominated is this Brahmanic nature, and that is what you are.
Mhm. So,
Huh?
Prabhuji, for example, Dronacharya and Kripacharya, they were dominated by Brahmanical qualities, but when it was required, they fought. Was
Yeah,
it?
exactly. I think last time also this came up, na? Yeah.
Mhm. Okay, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Yeah. Krishna Prabhu,
Yes, Prabhuji.
made you to think, or you have question or clear?
No, it's clear, Prabhuji.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. I think rather next verse, I would appreciate if we have a question, anything, anyone has a question which we can discuss.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, Hemagori Mata.
Yeah, Prabhuji, thanks for the class, Prabhuji. I couldn't respond on time. Yeah, but still, I have one question, Prabhuji. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you said that devotee should command respect and
Yeah.
other person demand respect. So, as a devotee, pure devotees doesn't expect anything in this regard. Could you please explain? I couldn't understand properly the context.
Okay. So demanding respect, we very well know. Yeah, we see enough examples. What is commanding respect means? The commanding respect is not that a person is pushing for it, because if a person is pushing, again it goes into the demanding respect. Command means one's way of life is making everyone to honor him. Yeah. For example, we say a role model. A role model is not a demanding thing. A role model is a commanding. He is not interested in everyone should follow me, but because he is Acharya, yeah, he is following, and everyone is seeing him and want to follow. That is an act of commanding respect.
Okay, Prabhuji. Yeah.
So he is not
Basic.
interested in all this because he knows, yeah, what kind of traps these are. Hmm? Uh, there are so many examples. Yeah, for example, Vasishtha Muni, he was not interested, whereas Vishwamitra Muni, he wanted that cow, so that when he has that cow, everyone will regard him great because he has that cow. But Vasishtha Muni anyway had it, but he was not making a big issue of it. He was just engaging whatever he has in the service of the Lord.
Yes, Prabhuji. So by seeing, they show the respect in terms of their behavior, right, Prabhuji? Commanding respect in terms of
They
how
don't
they
show.
are
They
following.
don't show. They. It is not that they do the show. It is because of their greatness. Yeah, others will take up to honor him, and that honoring is what we call as respecting.
Yes, sir. Understood. Thank you.
Yeah. 4 minutes more.
Hare Krishna
Would you-
Prabhuji.
Yeah, Tirumal Mataji.
Sorry Prabhuji, because of Vivansh, I couldn't reply on time. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I have few questions, Prabhuji.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm sorry if it is wrong. From like from so many days I have this. Um, why do distraction arise when I try to focus more on spiritual practice, and how to train our mind, Prabhuji?
Mm-hmm. Okay. The question is why there are so many distractions around when you want to become serious.
Yes, yeah,
Yeah.
and how to train our mind as well.
Mhm. Yeah. This is something like you're turning the tide, right? So just like mm, how to give an example is if you're on the shore, yeah, what is happening? The waves are not affecting you. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But when you get into the waters, what will happen is the waves hit you.
Yes, Prabhuji.
But why are you going? Because you have to go, right? You want to achieve your yeah. So what happens is when we start our journey, it's always very tough, very difficult because the tides, yeah, we never have experience how to handle these tides. And these tides will be so much that you will kind of, oh no, big tide is coming, let me avoid, let me go back. Yeah. And if you go back to the shore, you are at the square zero. or what do you call square 1 or square 0, right?
Yes, yes.
So that's not the way. Rather, what there is a way anyway. But the beauty is that these strong waves are not in the entire ocean. What happens is the strong hit is coming only in the uh, um, initial phase when you get into the waters. What is happening? These tides are hitting you, or so the waves are hitting you. The more and more you could advance further, what happens is the sea is or ocean is very calm. I think you have seen it, right? The waves are not like so strong, but the waves are more very smooth, and the more you go more further, yeah, you don't have that anymore. It is only these initial. So these distractions are why these distractions are there means distractions were anyway there. But because we know how to navigate those distractions whenever we were doing our own work, right? So, for example, taking care of kid or taking care of our own, we know how to handle it. But when we come to this, we may not know yet. That's why we find these distractions too much. Yeah, it's not that distractions all of a sudden came. These are new. The distractions are there, but now you started noticing them. That is disturbing us. Yeah.
Yeah.
And how to handle it. I think your second question is what to do, right? The question is, I mean, I'm not an expert swimmer, but I know one technique. What is the technique is when you get into the waters, yeah, especially at the ocean or the sea, is when the wave is coming, you actually duck, you get into the water.
Yes.
And after the wave goes, then you come up again, and then you can swim again.
Okay.
So what does it mean is when these things come, we have to become more serious so that we go more deeper. And we go more deeper, these distractions eventually will go off. Again, they will come. But we can learn the art of swimming also through these distractions by taking shelter of sadhu, guru, and shastras. Yeah, by reading some scriptures. When we read some scriptures, that gives us okay, we shouldn't get distracted. Okay, these are the demonic qualities. Oh, these are divine qualities, so I shouldn't be affected by. No, these things will come when we are hearing. For example, now we are hearing, discussing here, or when we read Bhagavad Gita, or when we hear to the Bhagavatam stories. So that gives us the shelter so that the distractions won't be bothering too much. Hmm. Because then we understand the reality of life. Yeah, it's not that we are escaping from those. If they are needed to be handled, we know, okay, but what perspective we can have. At the same time, not leaving, we are anchoring ourselves that we want to advance further. Because after we go more and more further, yeah, then these distractions won't be too much. We know, these distractions are part of the world, but I'm not going to get worried. This is what happened. I think in Jai Sachinandan Prabhu, yeah, he has a very small book. I think the book is called The Soul Way. I don't know if anyone got. I got a copy of it. In that, there is one. Even he says in his class that two Buddhist monks, they were sitting on a bank of a sea, and what is happening is then um, there were these small boats, and in the boats there were beautiful girls. Two boats were, sorry, Abu Prabhu, you were saying something? No, okay. So there are these beautiful girls going from left to right, right? When these boats were going, the Buddhist monks, they were just observing, but they didn't really get carried away. Yeah, when the boat was going left to right, right to left, they were just seeing, okay, it is going, but they're not distracted. Oh, they're not just getting up and then you know what, how to get it. Let me buy a ticket, ask a boatman to take me to that boat. No, all these things are kind of distractions are there, but the Buddhist, how they see is they just observe it. Yeah, as an outsider, not getting into the sea. I don't know. Tirmal Mataji?
Yes, Prabhuji, I understood it, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Mm-hmm. You have 2 more minutes. I think you said I have few questions. One. Any other?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Mm-hmm.
Prabhuji, I wanted to ask, it's related to the little bit same question which Mataji just asked.
Mm-hmm.
The show off thing which we were discussing about this, like how to concentrate more in spiritual journey when very close relative distract with material achievement or buying some expensive thing. It's not good when we show we're not interested. I
Yeah.
think we have.
Appreciate their wealthiness. Yeah. And then there is no problem. Yeah. If they are becoming rich, there is no problem for us unless we are getting the desire to become rich. Yeah. After all, if one is rich, is not a problem. If he becomes a devotee, that's nice, right? So just always think of that. Hey, one day may this person who is so materialist, may he become a devotee.
Yes, Prabhuji.
We have no problem. Yeah. If one has accumulated lot of wealth, yeah, everything can still be used for service of the Lord. Either he does it or his kid does it, doesn't matter, but he will also still get the benefit. Rather, if you think negative of him, uh, where where he might be a potential devotee tomorrow, it's not good. For us, no problem. Yeah. So we shouldn't become envious of others' advancement, not only material, even spiritual advancement. If one is spiritually improving, yeah, because as I said, na, initially there are these waves that are stopping us to become good devotee, but eventually one who can swim successfully will become a great devotee. Maybe I'm still struggling at the wave number 2, wave number 3, but this guy has swam and he has no more problem with these waves, and yeah, appreciate that. It's not that hey, he started late and he should he should be a follower. I should advance first. No, he has dedicated himself. Yeah, so I'm very happy for that.
Whether they do whatever in their life, I'm not interested. But the problem is that they always, come and show in front of me, and I'm not interested anymore because I want to concentrate on my spiritual journey. That's the thing
Yeah, yeah,
which,
yeah.
yeah.
As I said, look what positive you can appreciate if you have to be with that person. Yeah, appreciate
Yes,
what positivity is possible, and yeah, don't feel hey, see how puffed up he is. If it is too much disturbing, yeah, maintain some distance. But if you can't maintain that distance, appreciate what good he has. You can, of course, if you the 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 way you can do is you could improve the relationship with the person so that you have great urge to tell him, hey, become a devotee, right? Uh, if you want to make them devotee, find your way how to bridge the gap of feelings or bridge the gap so that other person can understand what you communicate, if that's possible. If he is higher to your hierarchy in superior, then yeah, there are different ways, but yeah, if you genuinely think that the person can change, the person can improve, yeah, there is no harm to try. If you think the person will not improve, then appreciate what he is as is, and then yeah, we do. Yeah, when we are busy, we are not getting carried away by mm, negativity. Yeah, I would say.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare
Yeah.
Krishna.
This can become more distracting not only for you, right? For your kid also. You may think, hey, what will happen if my kid um, will see this, and if he also likes it, what may happen? He also may become a materialist. Yeah. I don't know if you have this kind of worry also. For that also, give lot of spiritual assets to your kid. If your kid is satisfied, yeah, just like if you feed your kid enough at home, yeah, going out, he will not have so much craving or, hankering for eating out, right?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So it's more about ourselves. If we are fulfilled, if we have fulfillment and what do you call content, content, not content. If we have achieved fulfillment, then we are not worried about outside. But if we ourselves have, uh, these things, oh no, yeah, I also think richness is nice, but yeah, I'm not having it. That's why I'm taking, no, if, yeah, that's why we take support of scriptures to understand what is the reality of life. One who is so rich, we have seen what COVID has done, isn't it?
Yeah, yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah, you earn a lot, you spend a lot. There are people.
Yes, yes.
No, in that way, there are so many things, but let's leave it very, very straight, formalized. Let's leave it to Krishna. Yeah. He is my controller, and I have
Yeah.
full faith in him because I am fully dedicated to him.
Yes,
I have
Prabhuji.
absolutely no problem. For that matter, if I become rich, Krishna, you want me to use to engage in your services. If I am poor, for that Krishna, yeah, you want me to engage in your service. For me, there is no difference.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Hmm. Yeah, and make our home Krishna conscious. If we make our home Krishna conscious, we don't have any problem. We have immunity against all uh, external um, external factors that can harm. We think we are very dangerous. Yeah, we are living in a world which is very dangerous. But if
Yes.
we have Krishna here, what dangers can do? Nothing.
Yes, Prabhuji, that's true.
Mhm. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Yeah, we close here. Thank you so much. Yeah. Of course, if there are any further questions, feel free to write me, reach me. I'm available anyway on my WhatsApp. Um, Otherwise, yeah, because so that I can also help me. Okay, these are wonderful verses that we are going through, and um, my purpose is that how best we can relate and get benefited. So the more you can reach me, write me, ask me, the better I can think of how this light can use me or how it can use you for the moment and for the future. वंशकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। हरे कृष्ण। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय।
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhuji.